Welcome everyone to week 4 of our class. Only 2 more weeks to go, so hang in there. First things to do this week is to complete the required readings. Of course, part of this is related to assignment 4.4, your reading connections assignment. But one of those readings is also required to complete assignment 4.1, your threaded discussion or blog number 3. For this assignment, you're going to need to read 10 Major Technology Trends in Education by Rydell, and this is listed in the syllabus as one of the readings for week 5 also, but you're going to read this article for the threaded discussion purposes this week. So after reading the article, you're going to respond to the guiding prompt, providing your thorough discussion. And as you do, consider how things have progressed and advanced in the past, and start to make a prediction or a suggestion of a new trend that you think is going to impact how you perform your work-related duties and responsibilities in the future. And note the assignment due dates for your initial post as well as the discussion with classmates, because may change. Also, your initial response is going to be included as a blog post within your digital portfolio, so don't forget about that. Assignment 4.2 is your website evaluation. There are a lot of different factors that we need to use to evaluate the effectiveness or the authenticity and reliability of a website. Today, it's almost impossible for us to go through the day without accessing some information from the web, but how do you know that the information you're getting is credible? And are you naturally assuming the information is factual? And the purpose of this is for you to visit 5 different websites and do just that, evaluate each. Think about websites that you're going to use for professional purposes or things that you're likely to use for professional purposes. Whether it's to get information about a lesson plan or maybe some tips on coaching, to obtain articles from a professional organization, or just anything that you think is going to be helpful in getting information about your profession. You're going to list 5 of those websites and you're going to evaluate each of them based on the criteria included in the assignment guidelines. So as you read through the assignment guidelines and provide your reflective response to each, you're going to provide a brief statement, maybe about a paragraph, for each one of the topics. The purpose of the site, first of all. So think about, is the purpose of the website clear? Is it specific? Is it detailed? Is this explicitly stated? Sometimes websites they're going to have an about page where it includes the philosophy or mission statement about an organization or company, but is that consistent with the contents included within the site? Sometimes you'll have a site with a clear purpose, but as you begin to browse through the site, you're going to find an excessive amount of material that's completely unrelated. And sometimes this is done to just beef up the site, giving it the appearance that it has a lot more information than it actually does. Also, evaluate website objectivity. Good websites simply provide information in a clear, unbiased way, and these sites avoid opinions or biases or provide facts or information that can be supported. Oftentimes, if the information presented on the site is skewed to one position or it's clearly trying to persuade you to do something or think a different way, it's not likely to be a credible site. But this is just one of many filters that you need to use when really evaluating a website. Also, think about how current is the information or the relevance of the information. How do you know if the material being presented is up to date? For example, a lot of different nutrition-related websites are constantly being updated and modified because in the world of nutrition, a lot of things change rapidly. I'm not sure if you remember in the past when eggs got a bad rap. A lot of people were saying, especially in the nutrition industry, that eggs were bad for you. It wasn't recommended that you consume more than 2 or 3 eggs per week. But as more research was done as it relates to nutrition, it was revealed that eggs are not as bad as people thought. And so that's changed. And this is a good example of checking in to see if the information on the website is up to date. So that's just an idea. So evaluate the currency of information. Also, the accuracy of the information. When evaluating the accuracy of a website, you're going to need to use some common sense and maybe take a further look into the background of the organization. Sometimes we assume that because a website seems to be credible, all of the information provided is accurate and factual as well. A lot of people run into the problem of using social media or blogs to obtain their information or websites related to those, but they fail to recognize and realize that these are primarily opinion-based and not rooted in any accurate, reliable, or credible facts. So things such as spelling grammar, errors, the lack of references, all of those contribute to poor, inaccurate websites. So think about one of the 5 websites that you're evaluating if it includes those. Also, images are important. An image can make or break a website. Sometimes images add to the slow loading sluggishness of a website, in which case most viewers are only going to wait about 3 seconds before they move on to something different. Inappropriate images or graphics that don't relate to the content or seem to serve no purpose can also contribute to a poor website. So with the website, think about the design, think about the images that are used. Are they appropriate, or do they relate to the material? Do they support the content? Are they of high quality? And is the purpose of any image really connected deeply to that philosophy or that purpose or meaning of the website you're evaluating? And then the usability. Lastly, discuss how effective it is to use, or how user-friendly it is to navigate through a website. How easy is it to access information? Is the site simple to navigate? Are the links appropriate? Or do you get caught up in those never-ending loop of links? You link to one thing and it says to find this information, click this link. You can get caught up in that, and it's just frustrating. If a website doesn't seem to be user-friendly, or it's difficult to locate important information, it lowers the quality of a website and ultimately minimizes how many views that website is actually going to get. And once professionals share their dislike of a website, the site is doomed unless they make some revisions and update the website to accommodate some of those disgruntled viewers. Now remember, always to follow the basics of APA formatting when it comes to completing your assignment. I don't have any specific guidelines for your website evaluation, but you still want to follow just those basic APA expectations. And then when you're done, you're going to post your completed website evaluation as a Microsoft Word document. Assignment 4.3 is the new social media and discussion assignment. And for this assignment, what you're going to do is simply sign up for a new form of social media. Just get a new platform. If you don't have Tumblr, sign up for Tumblr. If you don't have LinkedIn, sign up for a LinkedIn account or a Pinterest account. Anything that you're going to be able to try to use for professional purposes, because that's the goal of this particular assignment. You're going to sign up for a new platform, discuss a method or technique or idea with that new social media platform as to how you can use it to meet your professional goals, or how it can be beneficial to you in your work-related responsibilities. Then, as we've done in the past, assignment 4.4 is your reading connections assignment. Now, as I've noticed with other assignments, or as you've noticed, I should say, I typically don't include page lengths. And I've begun to do this with some hesitancy due to a lot of you requesting how long something should be. And one of the reasons I don't give page length requirements is to really help you focus on the content rather than trying to meet a particular length. So if there aren't any lengths or word requirements listed, my suggestion is to focus on quality rather than quantity. If there are some page lengths or word count requirement, look at it as a minimum suggested requirement, not something to be seen as a final exact amount. Remember, quality over quantity. And the Cloudy Thoughts form is there for you to share any reservations, suggestions, or ideas to how to make this week's module expectations more clear. And lastly, continue to work on your technology implementation project and continue to develop your digital portfolio. I'll have more information on those in the weeks to come. And that should be it for now. Things seem to be going well. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care for now.